I'm kind of hoping I can take them out before the zombies came. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, howdy. Hello, everybody. I need to take big swings here. Okay, this is a bad idea. Don't swing into the middle of them. Ow. Hey, what's going on, guys and girls? Phoenix here, and welcome to episode number 25 of my Surrounded Season 4 Let's Play series. So today, we're heading over to the new lab. I want to see if we can get anything decent out of it today. Hopefully we can find some decent stuff. Well, you never know what you're going to get. Thank you guys and girls for joining me for another episode of Surrounded. Sorry it's been about a week since I last posted an episode. I was actually supposed to have gone to the dentist by now to get this damn tooth removed. I mean, it's at the point where the pain was bad enough I needed something as strong as Tramadol. And, like, the community dentist here is just the most moronic man, I swear to God. Like, we looking at the x-rays and I'm telling him, like, you know, let's pull this or whatever, and this is the one. Oh. Alrighty. You know, this is the one I want gone. This is the really bad one. Get rid of it today. And he's just like, yeah, you'll have to book in another appointment. We don't have time to do an extraction. It's like, mate, any other dentist I've gone to, once you have an x-ray, it's good to go. Well, let's do it today. Unless there's a real bad reason, like it's going in your nasal cavity or something and you need a specialist, then there's no reason that they shouldn't have been able to do it. And it's happening tomorrow. So it has been like 2.5, 3 weeks off and on of horrible pain. So it has been an interesting thing to try and deal with because, oh my God, because if I talk for too long, the problem is that it gets very sore. Like, I have to debate when I want to eat because I know people, and I don't want to go into too much detail about my hygiene. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? I did have a random tip. Now, for people starting out, and I had a comment the other day where they couldn't get, say, enough nails to make a crafting bench. Going around to places and stuff, and you'll come across places like this, they'll have a crafting station that you can just use for free, and then you were able to make your own. Like, you can make nails out of scrap metal. Very easy to get scrap metal. Like, you could get enough scrap metal to make 10 nails from just this car. Run to this crafting station, quickly go, whoop, bang, whoop, bang, whoop, bang, there's your nails done. And there you can go and make your crafting bench or whatever you need to. So you would make your construction workbench, I guess. It's very straightforward. So that's just a nice little tip that I wanted to mention. But yeah, so it's been an experience waiting for it. But I don't want to go too much into the dental, like, hygiene and that. But let's say I didn't listen to my parents very well when I was younger and didn't take as good of a care of my mouth as I should have, right? And I'm paying for it now. God damn, am I literally paying out the ass for it sometimes. Not just in pain, but monetarily as well. It's not cheap to fix damage that gets dealt over, you know, say a 25-year period of neglect, right? So there were times, and this is the thing, I find it difficult. This thing is not going around as far as it needs to for me to open this lock, I don't think. Why am I struggling so much with a standard lock? So, for when I was really young, I used to drink a lot of apple juice, so I had 4 teeth pulled. Now, modern dentists would probably not have pulled my teeth. I reckon they definitely would have saved them, no issue. But back then, they just pulled them, so 4 front teeth, boom, done. They're already my adult teeth now, so they're already, like, if you can, keep your baby teeth. Like, if you have kids, try and let their baby teeth be in their mouth for as long as you possibly can, because then the damage to their adult teeth is as limited as possible, right? Makes sense to me. Alright, we're gonna go down in here quickly. Yeah, so it's just many years of not taking care of it. Like, so that was the start. And then when I got older, it was like, oh, maybe I'll start, you know, getting this fixed, right? And then I was dumb and decided that the girls were a bigger priority than that type of stuff. Wrong way to go about it, really. All right, so just lean in and then turn the circuit box on. Yeah, bad way to go about it, in my opinion, for sure. I don't think that's worth going in there. That's a level 2 card just to get 1 locker. seems really not worth it when you can just reach through the window and do it. I don't know whether they can get to me from there down the bottom. There's a few that will come up the stairs, but there's not too many that we have to worry about, really. I mean, I was joking. There was not many to worry about. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Maybe there was a few more that I needed to worry about. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We are fine. Yeah, so... And then I started, you know, I had kids pretty young, and then just kind of, obviously, the focus went on them. So by the time I got around to really trying to fix the problem, it's far too late to save a fair amount of them. So unfortunately, it's going to be a case of, I'm probably going to have a nice fresh set of teeth. And that is all solely blaming on myself, right? I'm the only one who can blame, can put the blame on that, because I'm the one who chose to not... Even though I could say, yeah, alright, I lost my 4 front teeth and that when I was young, when I really didn't know any better and wouldn't have been able to do anything about it myself. But at the same time, as I got older, I definitely could have taken care of them, and I didn't. You know, drinking a lot of soft drink and stuff like that, pretty much all the wrong things you could do with your teeth, I did, right? So it made sense that it caused so many issues later on down the line. But that's enough about that. We're going to talk about Surrounded now. We're going to continue on and actually, have a discussion about the game. Because I think that would be good. So the generator... It's down this one, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out what... No, it's down this one. I want to probably try and clear the Jenny first. Actually, I know a lot of people really don't like me swinging through the walls, right? They've talked about it, so I'm going to not do it. So we're going to grab a table out. I'm going to place said table down because for some reason this is less game breaking than me just meleeing through the wall. Even though I do understand the point, I get the sentiment. But I can just literally just... kind of just do this as well if I want to. Don't even have to use explosives if I don't want to. I can just melee them to death. I mean, I have to, I guess, eat an explosion if I'm not careful. But more or less, pretty much just no issue at all. Pick the table up, and then we can just loot them freely without much trouble at all. So it really, you know, you can pick your poison. It's, you know... Alright, we got to be careful here. We're probably going to have... Okay, we got a few down there. If we could take out maybe this guy before he gets up the stairs, and then the other... explodey boy as well, at least we shouldn't get damaged by their explosion. Yeah, that's good. Right, now we can whistle them. I feel confident we can take them out pretty much in one really big heavy swing almost. Or two. Got a few of them. Yeah, got a few of them. So yeah, the pain's been interesting. Some days I've been lucky and not have to take painkillers, but unfortunately it's one of those things where the days where I did have to take them, it made it a lot... Ow, shit. It made it a lot rougher on my guts and stuff too, so it was for the pain to go away, I'd also have to feel like I'm going to vomit and die. So it was never exactly ideal, to be honest, no matter what I really did, unfortunately. Get rid of these dogs, man. To be honest, the dogs can be a real bad damage dealer to you. Worse than even the zombies, I think. The dogs biting the legs and stuff, because they're low down, they can kind of get up in your face while the zombies are attacking you, and it's so distracting that it's very easy to mess up. I've got to be very careful here with what I do. I hear the big guy. Ah, shit. Ah, god damn it. Run away casually. Man, it's been a little bit since I've been here, so I'm trying to remember the layout exactly. I thought the generator was in a room on its own. Okay, that doesn't open till I open till I turn the power on. Where the hell is this generator at again? Sorry, it's been a little while. But thank you guys and girls for joining me as always for another episode of Surrounded. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It truly helps me out a hell of a lot. It makes me feel good on the inside, the outside, all the sides. Is it in there? I don't want to open another one and that until I've decided exactly where it is. Yeah, screw it. I should be fine. That hurt a little bit, not gonna lie to you. Bit more than I was anticipating. Right. Beautiful. Fantastic. Awesome. We've got it. Alright. Let's do this now. Like, we actually get to do some looting. It's been over 10 minutes and we're gonna get to loot. It's a miracle. Lies! It's all lies. Dude, that's just like... fucking horrifying, right? That is beyond horrifying to me. Just dead eyes. I forgot, I probably... I don't need another Phantasm, and its stats are not great at all. Comparatively, I have a better Phantasm back at the base. It's fine. I'm really finding a lot of them. Like, out of all the legendaries, I'm finding like a shitload of them for some reason. I don't... fucking shit myself then. That scared me so bad. That was so unnecessarily loud, that helicopter crash. I shitted my pants. So, also, a bug I thought I'd mention on video, which probably will be patched, you know, within the next day or two. If you want to, don't use the military tactical helmet at the moment, because if you wear one, you won't be able to use the binoculars. I think it's only these ones that... oh no, maybe it's all binoculars. It won't work. For some reason, you can't make them work together. Is this guy... he must be... oh, he's in the other area. He's in the other long hallway, isn't he? Okay, what do we got now? Some valuables, kind of, not really. More stuff. What was that again? I just want to look. Yeah, it was an M9. My brain, for some reason, was like, was that a deagle? I'm like, it definitely wasn't, but I don't know. I still had to verify it wasn't. Oh, level 3 keycard. Thank you very much. I would love more of them. Level 2s and 3s would be great. In huge amounts, preferably. Oh god, it's so confusing what the hell I've looted. I haven't gotten used to the route, like the way I'd run a route on this place. I went this way, I remember. Yeah, I haven't gotten like a specific route that I run, so it's hard to judge sometimes when I've missed rooms or not. Because if I run labs, I know how I'm going to do it every time, but with this one, I haven't gotten that dialed in yet, so I get a bit confused about where I have been and where I haven't been. Unfortunately. And I'm sure before people comment, they need to, you know, make sure I've actually gone and looted the things before they leave a comment saying, I can't believe you missed it, because I might go back to it, you never know. I might not, but I might. But I probably won't, but I might. Stay tuned, you never know. I might miss your favourite hidden cache. That's exciting. Okay. No hidden caches hiding in there though? No. Alright, we got a lot of people that are pretty pissed off right now. Yes, I see. Yeah, Yes, I see the whites of your eyes as I shoot you in the brain. I see, yes. Yes. Yes, grave concern, yes. Now we just do this and we... yes, fantastic, yes. Come on, everybody. Everybody come out. Is that all of yous? Alright. Yeah, it took out most of us except for the doggies, unfortunately. Which they're going to be the hardest to reach from here. Okay. Now we can pick this one up. We could definitely probably do this more efficiently and a lot faster if I wanted to. Come on. I still hear more, but they might not be able to get to where I am right now. Okay, I gotta get this just in there, so it's as close to the doorway as possible. That was a better one. That pretty much got all of them, I think. Yeah, that was a much better grenade than the two that I used before. I've got to get it in on a... bank it in on that angle, so it falls just right at the front area. Okay, yeah, they are stuck behind doorways and such. Good. Yep, yes. Very good, yes. Not getting very lucky, one would say. Canned sardines, more cans means more noisemakers. Which I actually haven't been using, but they are probably one of your best friends you can really have in this game. Noisemakers and explosive of some kind. Winning combination pretty much in a lot of situations, as long as you don't blow yourself up trying to do it, then you're definitely going to have a much better time. Yeah, I kind of forgot some of these doors you can get into if you want to use a key card, but if you want to save the... Whoa. That's the boss. If you want to save the key card, though, you just got to go make sure you turn the power on first, and a lot of these doors will be free to enter rather than, like, expensive to enter. This one's not the case. It's still a level 3 door. Oh, God. Did we have to do it like that, lads? Did we really have to? Nothing in there. We'll save that level 3 door for last. We'll hope that that's got the best stuff behind it, but we all know that that doesn't always pan out in any surrounded playthrough. I've found Barretts in helicopter crashes and stuff, and then found nothing in looting an entire, like, you know, special building or POI like this. So it's not always set in stone what you're gonna get at all, really. It can be pretty random. Alright, this is the expensive room. I'm already disappointed, so that's a good start. Ripped off. I feel ripped off. I feel like I got kicked in the nuts. I think we looted everywhere we could have. Oh, wait. I didn't loot this room because this room's door was closed. The other thing too, I think some of these doors open automatically, which definitely doesn't help in trying to remember where the hell you've been and where you haven't been when doors are opening all by themselves and you didn't even open it. So that does make it a bit more difficult. Alright, I think we've gone and cleared out pretty much all we could at this place. I believe, even that shelving unit we checked. So I don't think there's much more we can get out of this. I think we could definitely improve this run though. We could probably do this run in almost half the time, I think. If we really want to. If we really want to. See, I really want to get that, but I don't think using a level 2 card for that one is worth it. It seems extremely silly to do it with that. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't, it wouldn't make sense to me. Yeah, I don't need to salvage stuff. I've got so much, I've got literally 800 scrap metal from scrapping bullet casings, which will probably be changed, I imagine, at some point in a patch. So, probably won't be able to do that anymore. So, enjoy that while you can, I would say. Because I reckon that's going to change pretty quickly. Alright, back for another run. We'll see how we go this time. We'll see if we get luckier this time or not. So people always ask how I just respawn my loot. So all I do is I just reload the game. I save the game and then quit to the main menu and then just reload the same save. And that is the way I respawn, you know, zombies and loot. For me. So if you were curious, I believe maybe under difficulty. Yeah, so anything like this, I don't think that's going to affect anything for you guys and girls, but just in case, I highly doubt it. A lot of the time, you don't want to reload, like you don't want to save and then reload as well. Say, I wouldn't save here and want to reload in here because I'm going to get attacked the second I spawn in. You want to save in an area that's safe, that you know doesn't have things spawning in it at all. And then reload in that spot. Don't go and reload, like don't go and save in the middle of a lab. Because if you reload that save when you die, you're just going to be spawned in amongst all the zombies. Now, you may have the world's slimmest chance, depending on where that is. If it was just before you died, you might be able to pick up something and defend yourself and save yourself. But like the likelihood is that you're just going to die and die and die and get yourself stuck in a death loop infinitely by doing that. So you don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that to yourself. So my advice, don't do that. Make sure you save away from wherever you're planning on going and looting, and don't save, like I said, right there. It's just going to end poorly for you. It's a bad idea. Oh, we just got the couple fellas this time. It's not too bad. Don't have as many fun boys. I hear a fun boy though. I hear him. Right, now we get this just right and we open this up. Whistle them all over. So it's going to be harder, this one. I don't have want to edge or frame. Oi, nearly ran into that. Yeah. Like, that one was probably unnecessary to use a grenade on. There probably wasn't enough zombies to justify using a grenade on that one then. But, you know, you live and you learn. Alright, let's open this up. Jump up here, get as close to the wall as possible, get ourselves bitten on the toes. Make sure all these zombies come over. Make it nice and easy on ourselves, and then we're just gonna hit G, throw that grenade there, move over here, make sure we don't get hit by the explosion. And that worked pretty much perfectly. I don't think we missed a single zombie there. That was fantastic. We blew the light out, but that's fine. There's you know, nothing you can do bad about that. Alright, we're just gonna... Well, I want to head down and get that power on straight away. If we can. I really wish I took the time to be more careful, like I was last time. I didn't, and I'm gonna regret that now, because we're gonna get hit a lot here. I should have taken out the exploding ones before I made enough noise to kind of lure them all up. all that did was get me hit multiple times then. That was not ideal. That was in fact about as unideal as it possibly could have been. Unfortunately. Right, put this table down, we open this up, we get up here, we pronounce to the world that we are here, and we are proud, and here come some of the other doggos and stuff to the table. I know you can see and look down, but the problem is that's not going to reach too low when I'm at the table. Man, those dogs just absolutely rinse you, man. They absolutely mess you up. They will just make you bleed flat out constantly over and over and over again. No care at all. That was rough. Alright. Shit. You know what? My brain still doesn't remember where the frick... Ah, no, I forgot about the dogs. I forgot about the dogs. Ow. God damn, alright, there's gonna be a few zombies down here. There's a few zombies down here. Holy shit, there's a few zombies down here. Are we? There was more than a few, I think. You dicks. Oh, where is this generator again? Ah! How is there still more of you? Are you kidding? God damn, dude. Hey! Just go away. Oh my god. No. It's gonna be down here, I think. There we go. Perfect. Right. We can get to business now. The business end. After getting critically damaged over and over again. Right. Thanks for that. I love that fresh new cloth rip. So I found out, like, I don't know how many of you guys and girls have ever, like, given to charity, like, your clothing or anything like that. You know, we got a Salvos over here, you know, Salvation Army and stuff's a thing in Australia and all that. And, you know, you can do your clothing donations and all these kinds of things over time. And I've done them. But I found out, to my knowledge, that sometimes even things with tags, they could be perfect, brand new, tags, everything in that, doesn't smell, no markings on it at all, they'll just rip them up for rags still. And that just seems like an extreme waste. They just get ripped up for rags and then sold in, like, you know, your hardware stores and stuff and that and all that kind of shit. And it's like, well, what was the point of that? What was the point of taking the time to donate it if you're just gonna rip it up and put it in rags in a bag and sell it at the local hardware store or whatever? Then why did I bother to donate it for people potentially who would like some newer clothing from somewhere like the Salvos? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems a bit dumb. And it's not... I can't say I've brought a ton of stuff that really had a ton of tags on it or anything, but it's not kind of the point. Like, the point is that you're taking stuff there you probably would expect, unless it's really shit, that it's going to get used by somebody. Hopefully. That's going to like it or find a use for it. Not only rags. Now, I get it for the really crappy clothes. And don't, you know, there's clothes out there that are pretty shit that people bring in. Damage fall. Okay, this one's not bad. It's not too bad. You know, they bring in some pretty shitty stuff, and then it's like, well, no surprise that they didn't want to use that, right? But there's things in there and that's got tags on it and it's like, but how do you justify which things have tags on it that you throw out? It's not fucking useful at all. Versus the things you actually keep. No? Alright, we don't need to be down this way. This is the wrong direction. I think we've looted this whole lower floor. Like I said, it's so hard for me to remember where I've been and where I haven't been because of just the way it's laid out. It gets a little bit confusing to me where I have been, where I haven't been, where I'm going, what I'm going to do next. You didn't have too bad of stuff on you. Some of these guys are packing alright. They got some decent loot on them, you know. They're not doing too bad. They're not doing too bad. I'm going to get a full stack of bandages back there again. Because I noticed we did not have any hotkeyed at all left. Another laptop. I think I've got 11 of those now again. Collectively, about 11. So, we've gotten a fair amount of those back up again. I mean, if these, maybe we'll do one more run after this at this place, and if it doesn't go too well, maybe we'll quickly run a laptop, I don't know. Just checking around while all these guys scream at me. Like, they're so fucking loud and obnoxious, and they just don't shut the fuck up. Like this guy, he doesn't know how to shut up. He doesn't. So I'm going to teach him a lesson in how to behave in a civil environment and how to learn to be quiet when you need to be. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to whistle and make sure all these guys are nice and close. And then I believe I thought I had more grenade zombie, but maybe I don't. I know I've got a shitload of them at the base. I mean, I guess I could use a pipe bomb. I crafted them and that they're going to do basically the same job. As long as I get them in the right area, it will do the same thing. It took out 99% of them. Oops, I did try to swap weapons. It left a few low health as well. Ow. Shit. Oh, that's nice. See, for that last little bit, I'd like to use rags, but I don't have another hotkey slot. And I don't like to take the time to have to open the medic bag and use that. It's faster to just waste the, you know, the smaller, just to waste the bandage, but it's not efficient. Don't get me wrong. And especially, like, if you're trying to do a run with pretty, you know, tight, strict rules or you know, really hard to find loot, you probably don't want to go pissing bandages and meds away too often. You want to play a lot more careful than I do, for sure. You'd want to be a lot slower and more methodical in that to try and not take the damage in the first place. Maybe even cheese the game more than probably most would, just because if you don't, sometimes you can take damage which really feels undeserved. Like, obviously now you've got the acid zombies you can roll away from now. So that helped them a hell of a lot. As long as you're going to shoot them. If you're meleeing them, though, and you get jammed between a pile of zombies, you usually can't roll yourself out of the way to avoid the damage because you get stuck on the other zombies. So, it could be better, could be worse, you know. Holy crap, I needed a drink after all that talking and not having one. My god. Dude, the game wants to give me sledgehammers, I'll tell you that. It really, really wants me to take a bloody sledgehammer. Okay. Is it going to be worth the level 3 key card? Because the last time it wasn't. I would debate this time it's not so far. I would debate that was probably one of the worst rooms and it cost me the most to check it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was frustrating. Where did my table go? There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. I have a present for you. There you go. There's still more of you, huh? You saying you had a very small amount of health, though? So, of course, if you can do stuff like that, it's a lot easier to avoid their explosion damage and stuff like that anyway. Even if they're going to explode, you're probably not going to get hit by it because you've got, you know, enough distance. There we go. Gotta be ready to roll away when he's going to pop. And like I said, of course, if he's the last one you're fighting, it's very easy to remember to roll away. But sometimes when you get a bit overwhelmed, you either forget or you get stuck. You couldn't roll away if you wanted to roll away, you know? I know people probably go, why doesn't he always turn all the clothing into cloth? And it's a valid point, except for the fact they just don't need it. Now, if I was playing really strict rules again, like I said, and I needed all the extra cloth I could get for bandages and stuff, or rags, then I would probably do that. Ah, damn it, see? Or you accidentally kill the exploding one before you kill, say, one of the other ones. And then, like I said, you have to keep hitting them, otherwise you're going to take damage either way. And so, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit annoying when you get stuck in a sitch like that, but I guess if you really wanted to, you put the table down, you'd open the door, shoot them in the head. Like I said, you would play it quite a bit differently. If you were trying to be more safe about it, for sure, you would play it quite a bit differently. Alright, well, I guess this place has been gone through now. We were a bit faster this time than last time, but still, probably took more time than I needed to, just because it's still even just a little bit confusing. Still just that little bit confusing to me, the layout of that, and what the best way to run it is. Alright, one more run. I'm gonna do one more run. See what we get. So I had an idea, as I was just like going back to the main menu and then back to here. I wonder if it would be fun to do something like go for the ghillie suit again. And say, like, at the airport or whatever, but I want to set... Oh, shit. Excuse me. It could have been bad. I want to set the zombie spawns to be, like, as high as I possibly can make it with my computer handling it, even if it means I have to turn DLSS on and stuff to try and help it. And, you know, frame gen, all that kind of stuff. So the video actually, you know, is not in, like, 2 FPS. But that could be really fun to just try and... Because you've got a lot of settings for that type of stuff. So it would be cool to, like, crank this. I know this goes to 10. Like, crank that. Maybe even the bosses, put them up to, like, 5 times. And just see how insane the airport is like that. And what we could get. It could be interesting. Now, of course, that only raises the difficulty, not necessarily the loot that we're going to get, which is a little bit problematic. Now, we could do it where if we up the zombie spawns to that nth degree that we, like, raise the spawns of everything else to maybe, like, at least rare if it's on extremely rare or something. Is the ones that are on rare, we put the normal and see what we get. I don't know. It could be like... We're getting near the end of this current season, for sure. I kind of was probably going to start the next season once we had another really big... When we had a big patch come out that had, you know, say a major POI added or something. But the issue with that is, of course, if I do that, then we don't actually get to play around with the POI, right? Unless I start it in advance enough that I know it's coming. And that we can plan for that. Why did I roll forward? I was meant to roll backwards. God damn it. Yeah. You know, like, if I obviously, if I get a heads up, hey, there's going to be a big patch, you know, in 2 weeks, then that might be, you know, a time. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen because I actually have no idea. Like, I do get some insider knowledge, but I don't, one, I keep it very on the low anyway, because that's what Z wants, which is fine. It's his game, man. I'm not going to go out and tell everybody his immense plans, even if he does choose to share it with some of us, because it's not going to help. It's only going to put pressure on someone like him. And that when everyone's going, hey dude, where's this update you promised? And Phoenix has mentioned it. or something. That would just be a really dumb thing for me to do to somebody. So I wouldn't do that anyway. But to I don't know anything about any upcoming update apart from the one that everybody would know about that's coming this weekend, which I don't even 100% sure what's in it. Dude, that was questionably almost killed me. That almost killed me. That really did. The explosion was basically next to my face, like the animation for it, which means it probably was mere meters away from blowing me up and just killing me right then and there. 100%. That was ridiculously close to disaster then. That could have been so stupidly bad. Okay, hang on. Where is everybody? Ow! You know what? Let's just get this party started a little bit. Make sure they're all over here, alright? I am as in the corner as I can be. I'm really hoping I'm going to be okay. But in case, I'm going to make sure I'm full health for this. On the chance that it might have, you know, saved my life. If I wasn't full health, it might have killed me, you know? You gotta take your chances. And the main reason I was in first person in there is because my character was in the way of my camera. I wouldn't have been able to tell where the hell I was aiming at all. Okay, so these guys actually want to try and make sure I take out the gooey boys first, if we can. Come on. Come on! Weapon muzzle blocked my ass. Is that only one that was there? Maybe it was only one. One exploding boy. Ow. Getting a little bit overwhelmed here. Getting hit on the side by this guy constantly. Doesn't help. When he's constantly hitting me in the side like some nuisance. Just tapping my ass. Patting me on the back. Good job, champ. You did well. Come here, everybody. Is that all there is? Geez, pretty pathetic turnout, honestly. I think we'll... Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, it wasn't a pathetic turnout. It was just a late turnout. The families come home late. They heard supper was going to take a while and that, and they just, you know, they were just taking their time, man. And then all of a sudden they saw the dinner table and they had to rush it. Oh, shit! Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. We're gonna whistle it. We're gonna get the dogs. I'm kind of hoping I can take them out before the zombies came. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, howdy. Hello, everybody. I need to take big swings here. Okay, this is a bad idea. Don't swing into the middle of them. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Alrighty then. Now, could you imagine if it was 10 times zombie spawns at the airport, dude? If this is 2 times, which is what I, you know, generally play on, imagine if it was more than that. Imagine if it was 10 times. So that's my proposal for the next episode. I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. And I think it's going to work. So hopefully you guys and girls can join me for the next episode as well. Because I think that will be a lot of fun. And maybe, depending on when I do it, it will probably be actually tomorrow. So I don't think the new patch will be out by the time I record the next episode. I'll probably record it before the next patch. Or before the new patch. So... and I don't know what's in it at all. I actually did... Funnily enough, right, I did ask C the other day what was going to be coming in it, and he said at the time he had nothing that he was, you know, going to show off, obviously, which is fair. Just because he didn't really have anything that he could... Z very much, even though obviously pretty quick to figure out what things are, probably just by looking at him even from a distance, but the man does love to post, even in the chat with some of the content creators, he does like to post almost riddle-centric style ones. So say when the ghillie suits were coming, when I asked him what was coming in the patch, instead of just saying ghillie suits, right, he just posted an image that was just like, it was say from below a hill looking kind of up, like just a low hill, and the person was in the shadows and they were in a full ghillie suit, right? And it was very hard to discern that it was a person. I figured out what it was, but like even with us, he still likes to do the cryptic stuff, so it's never even necessarily, like, sometimes I might not even be sure what he's telling me is in a patch, even if he's literally shown me what it is. I don't necessarily know what that means. I might think it's, you know, it's one thing or another. Like, I could have not noticed the ghillie suit. I could have just thought, oh, maybe he's redoing the environment or something in the game and I'm missing something. But, you know, it's even for us, it can be cryptic, which is funny. I actually do enjoy it. I don't mind it being cryptic. It doesn't always have to be straight up tell me what's in the patch. In literal words, I want to know what is going to be coming so I can prepare. You know, I do like the surprise as well, as much as anybody else, somewhat. You know, if it's a place like, even if he told me, look in the south of the map or something, it might be something as simple as that, right? And that can be something as cryptic as he gives me. He might not even tell me what it's for. He just might be like, yeah, look up that direction. You still figure it out in, you know, within a few hours probably. There's enough of you all collectively on a Discord and that all the players can figure it out collectively type thing. Which I'm never opposed to. I find it quite fun, to be honest. Alright, let's see if we can get all the boys to the yard. And like I'm better than you. Alright. This guy's having a great munch. Munchy crunchy lunch. I love my lunch, my lunch. Munchy crunchy lunch. And let's see then. If I shoot it far enough into the room, I should be fine. See, it's all about just making sure it's far enough in that you can try and contain the explosion. I think I killed a lot of them through the wall with the explosion we did earlier to the other side, because we didn't really have that many when we came upon opening this door, but there is a hell of a lot of zombies in here that we definitely killed, so I'm thinking I killed a bunch of them through the wall with blast damage, which I'm not, you know, that's fine. I know people really hate when they go into first person. Like, it just, for some people, it's not their cup of tea, which is more than fine. It's not really my cup of tea, at least in this game, in its current form. Maybe eventually I will, you know, I'll enjoy it and I think it'll be better. But it's not top priority for someone like Z or even Thomas. So I think it's also a common misconception. Like, I guess originally, yeah, Z designed the game, but at this point now, it is Z and Thomas actively working together. Thomas will do pretty much all the art stuff, all that kind of thing, like the player skeleton rigging that they've been working on and that to try and make that better. You know, so it's not just Z nowadays. Of course it was originally. And I also see this comment a lot, and this is especially based on, say, your Cinti assets, like this style of asset. which of course we all know is in many other games. We see it in Far Gone, we see it in Surrounded, we see it in Zombie Survival Online, we see it in Dead Poly, we see it in plenty of other video games, right? Now, there is nothing wrong with using an asset, and I'm going to say it, there is nothing wrong with using paid assets to start your gaming development life. There is nothing wrong with it. And it's stupid and ignorant, extremely fucking ignorant, to think that, you know, it's free for a start when you can literally look up the style of asset. Like, it didn't take me long when I saw games in this style to figure out what the fucking models were called. And so I looked up Cinti, and it's not free. Of course, like, there's been deals over the years where you can get them in humble bundles pretty cheap. Like certain packs, yes. But if you want to pick your own packs and you want to get everything, you're looking potentially at thousands of dollars unless you time your specials and your bundles and everything right, and you want everything. So it's not free. There's nothing free about any of the Cinti assets at all, except for their free packs, which are just like, you know, your yellow, your reds, your blue colors, standard like block-out shape colors you would use in game development for that purpose. So it's a very ignorant and stupid way of thinking to assume that things are free or whatever. And I've seen it, it's not just on my videos, I've seen it in Steam forums over time. I've seen it in pretty much any of the Discords, whatever. Always the same argument. It didn't cost you any money, it's free, they all look the same, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've played probably as many Cinti games as anybody in the style. Top-down Cinti style asset games, third person, first person. And trust me, like, obviously, yeah, they are assets that have been used in many games, but they are great fucking assets to use. Because one, for performance, two, they're going to age well. They're going to age extremely well. They're not going to look graphically terrible in 20 years because the art style, when you do cel-shaded stuff, can be timeless. So it's going to work. It's not going to age. The game's not going to seem its age even in 20 years' time, right? It's a super adaptable art style for video game development, and I think it's stupidly narrow-minded of people to always assume that anything made with these assets is lazy and an asset flip. The reality is, people, yes, will use these assets, but they'll make asset flip games. That does not make the assets asset flip. That makes the game developer flaky and fucking awful at what they're trying to do, or they weren't committed to really sticking it out in the first place. They weren't going to stick it out to begin with. And I've even done videos on games and had discussions with developers, and I'm not going to name names, that have kind of thrown their game away and even recently have started to come back to developing it. Now, I'm gracious and happy to see that, but I think when you just abandon your community and your game and you say nothing, something like BattleBit Remastered is a good example of that, it's very hard to win back the people ever again. And I think that it's stupid to think that you could win back your players after doing stuff like that. And, like, I feel like if you're going to do that and expect people to come and support you, then you must be very upfront, apologetic, everything. Even an example of that would be something like, you know what, we'll do a laptop, fuck it, while we're waiting. Where is it? Or actually, you know, see, this is the event you really want to go to. Now, most of the ghillie armor I found seem to be in this at the airport. So I am very, very tempted to quickly go and check that event and see if we can get the rest of it. But at the same time, I know we're going to do my idea that I mentioned earlier. So I don't think we should. I think we're going to head up. We're going to check this classified container. It's probably going to be another dark machete or katana. And then we're going to end off the episode. But I was going to quickly mention a game like Killing Floor 3, which I'm going to be doing a video on coming up. I actually very much enjoy the game, right? And I was a person who was a huge Killing Floor 2 fan, and Killing Floor 1 even more so. Probably Killing Floor 2 I played more of. The Killing Floor one, I feel like, was still, in a lot of ways, a better game. But, even in saying that, I enjoyed them all. I enjoyed Killing Floor 3 for what it is. My biggest issue is it's been 2 weeks since the game came out, and there's been one hotfix that came out today that basically fixed nothing, and a lot of the problems even that should be fixed by now are not going to be patched till next week, which they mentioned isn't coming till next week. And it's almost like, it just... Stuff like that too, I feel like if you're going to release a game, you really need to be on top of that stuff. And now I know it becomes harder because someone... And unlike Surrounded, right? That's just on Steam. Now, for Z at the moment, and this is why a lot of indie developers and stuff would not come to console and PC at the same time, especially in their development stages. Because of this impracticality. It costs them money, and also it has to go for a whole certification process by Microsoft or Sony to be able to put a patch out. So you don't want to be patching your game every single day. It would cost, 1, a fortune, 2, by the time the first patch got approved, you probably would have done 6 others, right? You know, you wouldn't have gotten a chance to check how they've actually ran it all. So, this isn't as good on hills as the buggy was, is it? So there's that factor. So I understand why some games like Killing Floor wouldn't release patches that often. Because they don't want to double down on costs and all this other stuff for console and everything. And the certification testing period time and that, which could be up to a week for some of them, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how big the patch is and how in-depth things needed to be checked to make sure they're functioning correctly. Okay. It makes it extremely, extremely difficult to patch the game very often. Which means that when you do patch the game, you should be patching the game to fix the issues that are the most glaring and make sure you release that patch when you have done all of that. Not this hotfix shit and fix 5% of the issues and that because you... and go, oh, well, we'll fix the rest of it like 2 weeks from now. Fuck that. No, I want it fixed. Oh my god, the weather's gonna turn to a thunderstorm. Damn it. I didn't have the reticle, so I didn't think I was aimed up that high. Holy shit, it is so fucking loud. Come here. Come closer, everybody. There we go, my god. I really made that way more difficult than it needed to be. Holy shit. It is so fucking loud. I can't hear myself think at the moment. Oh yeah, this is a vibe, alright. Ah! Holy shit. Ah! What am I gonna get? A Colonel's Revenge. Yay! We got something we already had. Holy shit, is it quieter in here? Okay. Holy crap. It's so loud when you're actually outside there. Like, I am literally yelling because I really couldn't hear myself. That was ridiculous. So, with that said, though, guys and girls, we're going to quickly check this Colonel's Revenge and see what it actually has stats-wise. So, it is worse than the one we are currently using already in terms of damage. It's got a worse crit hit multiplier. It's got a slightly better crit hit chance. It's got a better RPM, but it's got a really terrible damage fall off range. So overall, not really great at all. But with that said, guys and girls, that is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, remember to leave a like. If you want to see more Surroundead in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 25k. I would love to hit it. It'd be awesome. Mate, we are going so much further this year than I really thought possible, and it's all thanks to you guys and girls. I truly do appreciate it. Hey, I was doing my outro. You don't interrupt me during my outro. I truly do appreciate it so much, guys and girls, and that from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate it. So, like the video, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all my social media links down in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you'll have a lovely day, alright? Peace!